Hi guys, I'm back in my living room. Hooray! Neighbours have gone out, so I can be in my living room for once. In a properly brightly lit room. Is anyone here? Nat's here! It's a bit hot in Perth today, isn't it? It's like muggy. I'm like in a pair of tracksuit pants and I'm hot. Actually, I might take these Ugg boots off. I really don't need my slippers on. Hi, Nat. Hi, CK. Who is that? I can't see your face. Oh, hello. Yes, you're meowing. What are you meowing at me for? He messaged me after me not messaging him for 2 days, lol. Of course he did, Nat. Of course. He's obsessed. Wonderful, darling. I'm glad you got rid of that need to contact. That's wonderful, darling. Just keep doing that. Just be confident in the idea that he will always contact you. Not the message I expected, but he sent me a pic of his son. Oh, well, darling, didn't you want contact him to know the sons and the kids to know about you, and maybe he's involving you a bit more by sending you a picture? Think about it that way. Hello, blushing daisies. Hi, guys. I feel so confident I'm over it. Is that normal? I feel so confident I'm over it. Yes, it is normal, guys. To feel so confident, you feel like, I don't even really care about this that much anymore. That's a great feeling to have. Hi, I need to change my husband's mind about staying put in the city we are in. All right, so say that he loves living in this city. He loves New York so much, wherever you are. He loves living here. He can't imagine moving anywhere else. The idea of moving anywhere else makes him sick. He loves this about this town and this about this town and this about this town. He can't even imagine moving. He loves to live in, say those things. SP and me are great laws. Self-concept on point. Oh, what? Hey, Loz, put off doing my skincare until you went live so I could feel refreshed skin and mind. Put off my skincare until you went live. Oh, so you're doing it while sitting here, you're doing your skincare and your mind at the same time watching the live. That's wonderful. Someone said affirmations aren't enough to change your subconscious mind. Thoughts? Yeah. People say a lot of things, darling. Who are you listening to? Who is this idiot? New thinking isn't enough to change the old thinking. I don't think so. What were they saying? That, oh, you can't just affirm. Yeah, you can't just affirm vainly, like a robot, and not let it sink into your subconscious, not wait for it to turn into a belief. Yeah, sure. But just be very careful who you listen to, darling. It's just changing your thinking. Could change the old thinking to the new thinking. That's all your subconscious mind is doing all fucking day, is sending out thoughts. You've got to change those thoughts. That's all affirming is. They'll talk about visualizing or they'll talk about belief or whatever, fine. But like, you visualize while you affirm. Your brain naturally conjures images anyway. Meditation went horribly for me. How do I affirm the trial will be successful? What trial? What are you talking about? What trial are you talking about and what meditation are you talking about? I don't teach meditation, darling. I don't believe in that shit. That's just for turning your monkey mind off for a little while, and then as soon as you stop meditating, it turns back on again. I just don't believe in that stuff. But if you want to do it, I don't know. What trial are you talking about, darling? Give me a question that I can answer. I don't know what you're talking about. I know I'm approved yet. Should I say I have that no matter what? Have what, darling? Heaven sent. What are you talking about? Or mediation. Oh, okay. Mediation went horribly for me. How do I affirm the trial will be successful? Oh, okay. Mediation. Oh, sorry, I thought I said meditation. I can't read, my dyslexia. Mediation went horribly. Okay, so if it went horribly for you, you can go back and revise what happened within the mediation, what was said, what wasn't found in your favour, change it to as if it was found in your favour. Then I want you to have an imaginary scene where you've won at the trial, you've got what you wanted, and you're telling a friend, or you're celebrating, or you're having a party, you're walking in, everyone's going, yay! Imagine that. Imagine it's already finished. It's already done. It's already in your favour, and don't worry about how that's going to come about in the meantime. The trial might be dropped. The mediation might have to be redone. There's a whole lot of different things that could happen that you don't need to worry about. All you need to worry about is winning it and getting the favourable outcome for yourself. Did you see my update in the group? I did, Brittany. I did. I knew it wasn't a lost cause. Wonderful, darling. Wonderful. Will you give an example of revising a breakup? Thank you. Will you go back to the scene of breaking up and imagine you didn't say what you said and he didn't say what he said? Like something like, if you're both in a bad mood and one of you starts a fight, imagine you don't. Just say, I'm sorry, babe. I was in a really bad mood tonight. I'm on my period or something. I don't know what I was going on about. And he goes, it's all right, babe. I understand. I know you didn't mean anything by it. And that's it. Instead of you splitting up. right? So I wrote out my old story, all the things that went wrong. They have hurt me in relationship, yes, D. Ferrari. Now, how do I rewrite the new story? Just write what I wanted to happen, yes, what you wanted to happen, or what you want to happen now. It can either be revising the whole thing as if it never happened, or saying things like, okay, we broke up, but I needed this time to get my shit together, and now we're back together, and it's like this, and he's like this to me now, and he's like this to me now, and he treats me so beautifully, and we live together now, and we're trying for a baby, and he's proposed to me, and, whatever it is you want. Quick question. How do you get around what you see in the 3D? My brain is telling me I'm lying. Well, of course it will, darling. Look, sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes you can't not look at it. Just see it and go, oh, well, look at this shit. Yeah. Okay. I'm changing it. Don't try and ignore it, guys, if you can't. Can't stop thinking about the third party, trying so hard not to. Well, the trying hard not to is the problem. Don't think of a pink elephant. You'll think of one. If you try not to do something, guys, you'll do it. Because just the very fact of thinking about them is making you think about them. Trying not to think about them is makes you think about them. That's why sometimes ignoring the 3D, ignoring the third party doesn't work, because you're thinking about them whilst trying to ignore them. So accept the bitch. Be like, well, you're here. And I created you with my shitty self-concept of feeling not enough, or feeling like my boyfriend didn't love me, and now here you are with him because I thought you might come along. Well, Jesus, I created you so I can make you go away. Listen to Kim's Goddess Queen meditation. It's mostly the same as my self-concept affirmations. Oh, good, darling. SP told me he wants his ex and, hang on, and going to get her and only see me as a friend. I keep affirming self-concept and SP help. Okay. So if you've got friend zone, darling, there's something there where you see that ex as a threat, you think she's better than you, or you think she's more his type, or he's got feelings for her from before, something like that, or you just don't feel good enough in yourself, or you put the guy on such a fucking pedestal that you put yourself below him, or you're seriously fearful of other girls and you compare yourself to other women, and so this woman's a threat to you because of the way you feel about you. It's one of those things. I affirmed I have an awesome high-paying job. I got my awesome job within 2 weeks. Oh, side, that's great. Congratulations. What's this? Loz, bad news. There's never bad news, darling. You can change it. Loz, affirmations for feeling like they never come back, feeling doubtful. Well, if you feel like they'll never come back, they won't, darling. I don't know what to tell you. Do you want me to tell you that they come back? You're going to believe me? I can tell you an affirmation all you like, but you're going to have to at some point just think, you know what? I'm going to decide that we're back together or they're coming back. One of the two. It doesn't really matter what Loz says. I have to convince myself. They always come back. I run this shit. They can only think what I say they're thinking. So if I put it in their mind that they love me, eventually they're going to love me and come back. The end. You're either convinced that they think what you're thinking, or you're not. SP told me he's moving back to his home country. Did I cause this? Probably, darling, by having fearful thoughts that he might. But just don't see it as a problem. You're seeing it as an obstacle. He probably won't even leave. But if he does, think of it as like it'll make his heart grow fonder and he has to come back. Okay, guys, you've got to stop seeing distance as a problem. But were you fearing he might leave? That might be why. Giving everything good meaning has been a game changer. Yes, guys, please do. Please do. Don't even imagine he leaves, darling. Just imagine he comes back to you and says, oh, I've decided to stay. I'm feeling chosen, although he's still leaning towards other girls. Well, stop thinking he is, darling. Stop thinking he is. Just take the other girls out of your brain. Thank you, Loz. That makes sense. Okay, good. Listening to affirmations before I go to sleep. I can't do it all at night. Is it still beneficial? I can't do it all night. Why can't you do it all night? Turn it down if it's bothering you. Try and do it all night if you can, darling. If you can't, then just do it before bed. If you're affirming but don't fully believe the affirmation yet, can you still manifest, darling? You don't have to believe it. Anyone who's telling you have to believe it is a moron, doesn't understand how belief works, that it takes ages for a belief to form in your brain. You have no control over that. So please stop listening to whichever fuckwit is telling you have to believe it. They're a moron. Can you explain everyone is you pushed out? Okay. Everyone is not separate from everyone else, right? That's the one principle you have to understand about life. We are all one consciousness in different bodies. Okay? So if you can understand that really weird concept, that's why people can hear you think what you're thinking. You can send the thoughts out because they are literally all one consciousness. Which is how you can think you have ESP and think of a person and then the phone rings and it's them. And you think, oh my God, how did I do that? Because you're one consciousness. So if that's the case and no one is separate, then everyone is a reflection of you in your reality. We're all in separate realities, you're on your own. And in your reality, the people who show up in your reality have no choice but to reflect back what you are thinking in your current consciousness and previous consciousness, what in your subconscious you were thinking. You reflect it out, reflect it out, reflect it out, because there's no separation. They will then reflect back what you were thinking. Simply how it works, if you can think of it that way. You can either think of it like telepathy or thought transmission or one consciousness, whichever way sinks into your brain better. Just understand that whatever you're thinking dominantly all the time in your subconscious mind about you, them, and situations will be reflected back to you by them. And therefore, they are simply a mirror of your current and previous thoughts, which is everyone you is you, pushed out to them, and they reflect it back. Loz, affirmations for anxiety. My heart races recently. We'll just say things like, I have fear, but it never overtakes me. I don't let my fear run me. I'm in full control of my mind. I'm in full control of the feelings I feel. I know how to make myself calm. I know how to soothe myself. Do we create a narcissist? How do we change that? Well, you certainly do. Narcissists come into your reality based on your thinking about yourself in the first place, okay? So if you're an overgiver, you've got low self-concept, you put people on a pedestal, you think that everyone's a great person, you can't see the bad in anyone, you never question anyone's behaviour, that can attract a narc very easily. Because, not that you're low-hanging fruit, because look at Gabby Petito, she's a beautiful, innocent girl, she just didn't think badly of him. So that's the first problem. Then, when you've recognised that they're a narcissist, you have to actually change them in your perception, okay? So you're not creating, you're literally like, they've got their own personality, guys. They've got their own personality. They're coming in with their own personality. However, how you are and what you think of you is reflected to them, and they'll treat you accordingly. What you think of them, they'll reflect back to you and behave towards you accordingly. So if you continue to see them as a narcissist or someone who treats you badly, they'll continue to do that. If you then recognize they're a narcissist, change your thinking about them. Say things like, they're constantly spending time with me. They're always talking about me now. They make everything about me now. They spend so much, they give me so much loving attention. They're so kind to me. They say such sweet words to me. They do so much for me. Then they'll start reflecting that and change the personality that they are. Everyone's got their own personality, guys. It's not like no one comes in without a personality. It's just that you will literally meet someone at a level that you are. And narcissists don't go out with other narcissists because what are they getting from it? Nothing. Got it? What's a good affirmation? They can, but it doesn't last very long. What's a good affirmation to remove thoughts that someone is stubborn? Well, stop fucking saying they are. They do everything I want. They want what I want. They always listen to me. They're always so amicable with everything I want. We get along so well. They always listen to me. Everything's my way. Say that. Can you tell people to stop asking for techniques? Please just affirm, persist. All these methods are wild. I know. There aren't any methods, guys. If anyone's teaching you a method, they're an idiot. I have such a deep subconscious block that I can't figure out how to make my nose smaller. Darling, it's not a subconscious block. It's that you think you can't. Therefore, you won't be able to. I have such a beautiful button nose. Everyone's commenting on my cute nose. Everyone thinks my nose is so cute. My nose is so tiny. Say those things, darling. There's no block. It's just you blocking that because you don't believe it's possible. Thank you. Best explanation. Okay, good. Garth thought that was a very convoluted explanation, but I'm glad you made sense of it. The third party also said they make fun of me, which means I'm on their mind a lot. A threat. Oh, look. If that bitch is making fun of you, then you're absolutely a threat. Guys, if they're doing things like stalking you on socials or talking about you, you know full well that means you are in their reality threatening them. Hang on. But I feel calm and revise each day and night. What are we talking about? I don't know what that's in reference to, darling. How do we test our self-concept? Test it? Well, go out in the world and see how people treat you. People are treating you differently and giving you, guys are looking at you and people are treating you beautifully and doing things for you and it's working. What do I do about a guy who is manifesting me? Do we enter into a manifestation off strongest wins? No, darling, you're not in their reality. They're in their reality doing whatever they're doing to you over there. You're in yours. So just worry about what you're doing in yours. No one has any power in your reality except for you. If everyone is you pushed out, then what they're doing has no bearing on you whatsoever. Look, I can say to people, they say, I feel he's manifesting me. I feel his energy. I just say, yeah, okay, think that, but it's not true. I just say that because people are saying it on here because they actually believe it. And if that's their belief and it helps them think that they're going to get their person back, well, great, but no one's manifesting you. Okay. Oh, thank you, Amelia, darling, Amalia, for the beautiful streamers. What do I do about, I saw that one. Is affirming they are coming back not right? Do we have to say they are here? Look, they are here is living in the end properly, but they are coming back is less clunky for a lot of people, so do whichever works for you guys. Look at the third party as the only way they could be chosen and considered by SP is via you creating them. Yes, look at the third party as the only way they could be chosen and considered by SP is via you creating, yeah, exactly, Brody, that reality. If you create the reality in your mind that your SP is choosing that girl, listen to what Brody's saying. If you create a reality in your mind that that girl is being chosen over you, then you've created that. The end. You're creating that thought in your mind, oh, he's choosing her over me. She's the chosen one. I've not been chosen by him. He's rejected me and chosen her. You're the only one thinking that. I don't care what you've seen. I don't care what you've heard. You're deciding that what you've seen and heard means that he's choosing her. She's choosing him. If you're a guy and it's got, or she's choosing her, he's choosing him. Okay? You're doing that. Listen to what Brody's saying. You create your reality. If you create a reality where you're unchosen and someone else is chosen instead of you, you're doing that. All you need to do is look at the picture of the bitch on socials, hear about the bitch from the friends, and think, I don't give a shit. I'm the chosen one. She's not chosen, I am. The end. She is no threat to me. She doesn't even exist in my reality. She might be here physically, but she's no threat to me. She does not matter one whit in my mind. Got it? That's an excellent point, Brody. You are creating the competition. You are creating her to be chosen. Stop thinking someone else is going to be chosen over you. This is my biggest problem. That I will always assume, because of my self-concept issues, that someone else will be chosen over me. You've got to figure out, well, why am I thinking a third party will be chosen over me? What insecurities do I have that I would think anyone was even a threat? Oh, because I've got body dysmorphia, because I think I'm too fat, because I was told I was not good enough as a child, because I was abused, because I was neglected, because I didn't get the love I need, because relationships never worked out for me, because others haven't chosen me, so I assume this guy won't either, etc., etc., etc. There's a reason you're allowing that person to be chosen by your SP in your reality. Work out what that is. Work on that self-concept shit and deny that bitch any ability to be chosen in your reality because you're the only one doing it. Excellent point, Brody. I don't want him anymore. I want him far away, lol. All right, well, send him far away then, darling. What if I feel insecure about him checking out the same girl? What do you mean? Well, work on that. Guys, the answer's in your question. I feel insecure. It literally has nothing to do with him. Did you read your question? What if I feel insecure? Yes. What's it got to do with him? You feel insecure. Guys, you should be able to sit next to a guy who's looking on Instagram at bitches with their boobs out and think, yeah, so? They're not me. If you can't do that, that's got nothing to do with your SP. You get it? It's to do with you feeling insecure. So work on your self-concept insecurities. My SP asked for friends with benefits favours and I told him he has to earn it. How do I go from that to a relationship? Well, darling, he's asking you that and expecting that from you because of your low self-concept and feeling like you don't deserve to be the girlfriend deep down. And that's why he's even asking you. Because somewhere in your mind you have a belief that you never get to be the girlfriend, or sex is all you can offer, or he only sees you as a sexual object, or he looks at you that way, or he doesn't love you, and therefore he's coming out with that shit. You've got to work on your self-concept, darling. It's got nothing to do with him. They will only do that to the girl who would consider it. And I don't care what you said. He wouldn't dare say that to a girl who wouldn't consider it. Is affirming they are coming back not right? Oh, I saw that one. If you are the only one in your reality, do situations that you're not in actually happening? What do you mean? I don't get it. Like if a tree falls in a forest, did it really fall? Well, you have to ask a quantum physicist, darling. So you're saying if I'm not here seeing it currently, is it happening? Well, is the war in Afghanistan happening? I don't know. I guess it is. I saw it on the news. It's not physically here in my reality in Australia, but I can see it on the news. It's happening. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean. Write it again. I answered that one, Regan. What if SP and I are talking, his birthday's coming up. Should I still make a big deal since it's been 2 weeks? Should I still make a big deal? What do you mean a big deal? Like do stuff for his birthday? It's up to you, darling. I can't tell you guys what to do. I don't know what your situation is with them. Okay, if you want to take them out for dinner or ring them or whatever it is, do what you would normally do if you felt confident about it. But don't do it if it's going to make you nervous. And the very fact that you're asking me makes me think that you are nervous about what you should or shouldn't do. So don't do it if you're nervous. Loz, can you give clarity on masculine versus feminine energy when manifesting, action versus no action, etc.? Look, guys, when manifesting, that's a bit different. I'm talking about in a relationship, feminine energy. I'm not talking about when manifesting. When manifesting, I always recommend no action whatsoever. However, if you're in such a confident state and you're in the knowing and you're in the Sabbath that it is done, you can do whatever action you fucking like and it won't affect you. If you have a belief that I can do whatever I like and I can't mess this up, it won't affect you. But if you have the belief that, oh, I better not act because Loz says so, or I better be in feminine energy, and if I'm not, I'll mess this up, then you'll mess it up. Is that what you're asking? Him to do with action, no action. I just say no action because that's what Neville says, that you should be able to do it with your mind and not have to take any action that doesn't involve what you would normally do. Or that's not you walking across a bridge of incidents that you don't understand at the time that's leading you towards your manifestation, but at the time you didn't know it was some kind of inspired action, okay? Does that make sense? Good to know. I don't like the idea of having to act as a guy because of masculine energy. Guys, you really don't have to be masculine energy in any way if you're a girl. Please don't think you do. SP and I are back together after 3 years. Thank you, Loz. Oh, Helen Rigby. SP and I are back together after 3 years. Oh, wonderful, darling. I remember all your posts on here. Oh, that's great, darling. 3 years. What did you do? Tell us. What have you been doing? It's wonderful news. What did you do? Helen, tell us. Loz, can you date around while manifesting? Yes, darling. Makes no difference. Bridge of incidents, what's that? It's literally anything that would lead you towards your manifestation. You don't even know what it is. Could be someone fires you. And you think, oh, fuck. But then that firing leads you to starting a business with a friend that turns into a multi-million-dollar business, and next minute you're making Spanx and you're making $1 million a year. And at your job you earn $25 an hour. Bridge of incidents. Looks bad, turns out good. A bridge of incidents could look good or bad, doesn't matter, but it's just something you don't understand what's happening at the time, and later it leads you towards a manifestation. Loz, can you talk about the whispering technique? I've been doing it each night. Yes, darling, all it is really thought reflection. You're reflecting it out, but you're just imagining whilst doing it that you're whispering to your SP. That's all it is. SP has always accused me of having someone else. Not true. What is my belief? Can't pinpoint it. Well, darling, were you abused as a child or had some kind of like situation in your household where that happened to someone else in your household? Like your dad was accused of cheating all the time and your mum always accused him or checked his phone or snuck around and looked in his underwear drawers, something like that, or something where there was an unstable household and people weren't trusted? Is it something like that? Or you weren't believed? You used to tell things and no one used to believe you or listen to you? Is it that? SP is in better communication. How do I get him to commit? Well, darling, don't even worry about the commitment part of it. Just assume the commitment in your mind. We are together. We love being together. He loves being my man. We're so blissfully coupled up. Don't worry about pushing for the commitment, darling, or making it happen. I finally found a good meaning to give 3D that actually makes sense every day, more confident. Wonderful, darling. SP and I have been talking. It's been small talk, but now it's frequent, so I know we'll be back together soon. Wonderful, darling. That's wonderful. Affirmation recommendations for abandonment issues. No one would dare leave me. I'm too important to lose. I'm too special to lose. Once you've met me, you love me. Can't be without me. No one would dare leave me. But how do you date around and live in the end at the same time? You can live in the end at the same time, be imagining someone else. When you're having sex with someone else, you can imagine your SP. You can do whatever you like, guys. Hi, Loz. Do you believe in quantum jumping? I just saw another video on that. It's literally just changing states. It's just going from this state of single to coupled up. From this state of poor to rich. It's changing states. That's all it is. No such thing as no contact, y'all. You're always communicating with your SP subconsciously. Yes, Amber. Guys, think about that. Oh, we're in no contact, but there's no separation, so they're hearing you all the time. So don't think you're not in any contact. Absolutely. I feel like I'm going crazy over my SP. He left, came back and left. How can I get focused again? Okay, darling, so what are your beliefs about men or relationships? Do you have some abandonment issues where you constantly assume someone's going to leave? Have you got a history with this person and you just assume that's never going to last? What's going on there with you? That's the reason. Pregnant, and recently my SP told me he doesn't love me and wants separated, but he wants the baby. Oh, That's awful. Okay. So I want you to imagine, if you want to be together with this SP, that you have your baby and him together as a little family. He loves our little family. He loves his life with me. He's so proud of his little girl or boy, if you know what it is, or his little baby. He loves spending time with us. He's made us an official little family. He shows us off to everyone. We're his whole world. Say those things, darling, and work on your self-concept at the same time, please. Loz, someone received a message from a girl with the same name as me. Yes? What's the question? I don't understand that, darling. SP made contact. I know he will tell me he's feeling soon. Oh, Heather. Wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm living in the end. SP and I married. Yes, darling. Love that. What about affirmations for attachment style? I don't believe in that attachment style crap, darling. Look, if you've got an avoidant attachment style, you're probably avoiding feelings because you feel you're going to get rejected, you're going to get hurt, so you avoid expressing your feelings, you avoid confrontation. You've got to think underneath the attachment style, like, well, why am I attaching like that? Oh, because when I was a kid, I was made to feel not good enough, and there was conflict always in my household, so I don't have conflict with others. I avoid it because my parents screamed and yelled and threw plates at each other, and so I avoid conflict. It's not going to help you going, I have an avoidant attachment style. Yes. Where's that come from? You've got to work out where it's come from. Then you've got to affirm against that shit. Just saying, I'm not avoidant anymore won't fucking help, because why are you avoidant? Why are you anxiously attached? Well, why am I feeling anxious? Oh, because blah, 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 blah. Understand? Work out why you've got that attachment style. I don't believe in the attachment style thing. That's a lot of bullshit. But stop saying you are like that. Also, that would help. Sorry, the message sent accidentally lost. Oh, it's all right, darling. When you talk about rewriting story, can you give an example of how you write a rejection as positive? Don't write that they rejected you. Change it. Okay? Or you can say, they rejected me, and I understand, or you can change it completely and say, I'm leaving it as it is. I know we broke up like that. They rejected me, and they were really mean. They said horrible things. But then I realised that I made them like that. I made them say those things with my shitty thoughts about myself, that I feared rejection, that I thought they didn't love me, and that came out their mouth. And I've realised that now because I've watched Loz a lot, and I've realised I made them literally say those horrible things to me. And now I've worked on myself and my self-concept, and I've built myself up, and I'm not scared of being rejected anymore because I know I'm special and wonderful and lovable, and he loves me, and now he's back and telling me all the things I wanted to hear. The complete opposite of being rejected. Either you revise it completely and act like he never said it, or you say, okay, that was said, but I've realised what that was about. I've worked on me, and now he's back. Doing everything I want. That's the new story. All I've told myself is how good I am. Not only am I feeling better, but my SP sees it too now. Oh, wonderful, darling. Is it better to deactivate and ignore social media, or accept current reality and affirm against it? Look, guys, if you're triggered by it, deactivate it. If you're not, don't. Look, it's hard when, like, you're following each other and then their shit will jump up. You're not even checking, and the next minute stuff jumps up. If that's kind of thing, like unfollow or whatever, if it helps you. Thank you, this helped. Okay, good. Sentence to be in the knowing you have already received your desire to say out loud. I get everything I want. I know it's here now. Everything I want is here now. I'm run this reality, and everything I want is already done. It's already done, so what am I worried about? It's already here. Creation is finished, and I know it's already done. So why am I even bothering to worry? Things like that, darling. What's this blonde one too? What are you saying? I'm saying I'm loved. I'm chosen every day while doing my makeup, and my day is a lot better. Wonderful, Alex. I love that. Alexandra, when do you know your mind is saturated with what you want versus what you don't want? Hi. Oh, Coco. Okay. When do you know? Because you're feeling contentment. You're feeling that state of knowing. You're kind of in the Sabbath of like, oh, well, I don't have to worry about this anymore. I know it's done. Kind of then, darling. You're not worrying about it. Thank you for that video about the guy meeting the other girl. I needed that. Meeting another girl? What one? Thank you for that video about the guy meeting another girl. I don't know which video that was. 3D was making me spiral and depressed so much that I had to disconnect all information coming in. Well, do that, guys, if it helps you. If you have to, do it. I'll go soon, guys, because I've got... Oh, God, it's cream. I've got so much to do. A good dream, so crazy. What's this, Kylie? Missed it. Will money affirmations not work if it stems from our childhood? Well, if you haven't got rid of your childhood beliefs about money, saying, money's growing on trees for me, and then your brain goes, no, bitch, you're poor. Remember that time when your parents said you can't have that? You can't have anything. You can't have anything you want. I can have anything I want. And then say money grows on trees. It felt like telepathic shit to me. It is telepathic shit, darling. What are you talking about? SP has been coming to my mind today, and then I bumped into him at a gas station. Was that me manifesting him? Yes, darling. Yes, it was. Is there a technique you recommend when you have negative images pop into your head? Just affirm against it. Try and have a visualization that's the opposite of whatever image. Try and visualize straight away. No, that isn't true. Banish it completely. Okay, or affirm the opposite. I need to affirm that I'm patient. Yes, say that. Will your lessons include a workbook or worksheet to help go through past childhood beliefs? Yes. I think I'm also going to have a meditation as well, but I'm going to have like a survey so you can figure out your childhood beliefs. Then things to work on, activities to do to work on those things, and then also like a meditation thing to help you. Okay. And then I'm also going to have, after the self-concept course, a deep dive into, okay, if you know you've got abandonment issues or feeling not chosen, you can buy the pack about I'm not chosen and then work specifically on all those things really hardcore because you know that's your main thing you need to focus on, right? So I won't go like super in depth, like otherwise the self-concept course will be too expensive for everybody. So it'll be like it's a deep dive into self-concept and fixing it. But if you want to go even further into a specific issue, then you can deep dive a bit more. And also, the Manifest Your Expat course will talk about each of those 4 major issues and what they look like in relationships. So if you've got abandonment issues, what that would look like. So you'll be able to decipher even just reading that, oh, well, I must have abandonment issues. This is the shit I do. But I highly recommend you do both courses together, or at least just do the self-concept course first. What is the price range? I have no idea, darling. I haven't finished it yet, so I have no idea, but I'll let you know. You need to make a YouTube channel. I promise I will. I really need someone to help me. If there's anyone who's in Perth who wants to be my personal assistant, let me know. Who's got like knowledge of uploading things on YouTube, social media savvy, running Facebook groups, that kind of thing. Unless I just hire a virtual assistant, but I would like to be able to have someone in Perth. It'd be easier. Lodge, you need to yell at me today. Why? What'd you do? What can I affirm to disconnect from the belief that there is a destiny or psychics giving an outcome? I run this shit. I run my reality. I create this shit. I create my reality with my mind. Psychics don't have any bearing on me. All they're doing is reflecting my thinking. That's it. I'll be your personal assistant. Are you in Perth, darling? When is your next Facebook Live? I hate TikTok. Oh, on Fridays. Facebook Friday, guys. My SP texted me that he loves me this weekend, but I don't want him anymore. Self-concept's on point. Oh, wonderful. Oh, poor guy. Moves to Perth ASAP. Oh, Brody. I do, please. I can be your assistant, but remote. Oh, yeah, well, like my friend was talking about last night. She's in England. She's got a remote assistant, but she's up in Cambridge, and my friend's in London. She just said someone on the same time zone. So someone on the same time zone would kind of be helpful to me. So you have to tell me if you're in the same time zone and what your experience is, darling. Write to me in Messenger. Naturally an affirmation queen, but really enjoy your energy. Oh, wonderful, darling. Help with alcoholism. They throw their alcohol away. They don't drink anymore. They don't need anything to cope with life. They feel so good in themselves. They've never felt so good. They've never been so healthy. Help. What's this one? A personal assistant. Yes, I need a personal assistant. Please, Brody, be your assistant. Yes, I think Brody's a bit far away. What do you think of CMOS? What do you mean? What the fuck's that got to do with it manifesting? This isn't some new fucking thing, is it? Like bay leaves. You're not going to ask me about fucking something that you're manifesting with, are you, darling? You're not serious. I know some people in Perth, they get good. Tell me about them if they're good assistants. I've manifested more money and social media success, still affirming for SP laws. Wonderful, darling. Oh, wonderful. CMOS, question mark, yes. Oh, God, if this is some new thing. Oh, okay, with your own. All right, Rosie. So I don't need to drink anymore. I throw everything away. I don't need anything to cope with life. I don't need anything to cope anymore. I just need me. Me is enough. I feel so good in myself. I wake up every morning feeling refreshed. When I go out with my friends, I can have a good time regardless of what they're doing. All those things, darling. Doesn't matter how long I've been apart from my person to bring him back. No, darling, circumstances and time do not matter at all ever. Should I change my affirmations laws now? Not that he is moving. We can put that he stays with you in the same place, but don't change your affirmations. Just add some about him staying there, darling. Hurry up and release the manifesting program. Okay, well, I've got to get off these lives. Loz, I'm so proud of myself. When I started 5 months ago, getting my SP was all I thought about. Now, I barely think about it because I know it's done and I know that I am the shit regardless of them. Oh, girls, bro, that's beautiful. That's a great thing to end on. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, guys, I've got to go because I do have to get these courses done and I've got to bring my accountant and a whole lot of shit. Please do follow me if you don't follow me already. Sorry I came on this live so late today, but I will do one later. Subconscious Laws is the Facebook group. Come join. You can watch the lives back. And someday we need a Laws conference. A Laws conference. Well, my best friend's getting married next year in England, and I said I'll definitely come over. So when that happens, I'll do a tour. Worldwide tour. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Love ya. Bye.